Alright guys, welcome to the video. So I wanted to quickly showcase the M4A3W, 76W, I guess that's the gun, like the millimeters of the gun or whatever. This is basically just Sherman, as far as I'm aware. It's just a Sherman, the other style of the Sherman. And this tank's pretty fun. You can get it from the Battle Pass, right? I believe that's where I got it, from the one Battle Pass tree, I guess you can call it. And I like it. I actually really like this vehicle. It doesn't really have armor, but it has decent enough, like, gun depression to, I guess, be enjoyable at tier 6, right? It's got enough armor where you won't get smacked with HE, right? And the DPM is really good. The reload on this vehicle, I have it with, so I'm just running rammer here. I'm also running the concealment directive because I didn't have a lot of concealment. I only had like a 2-skilled crew, and I ran Brothers in Arms for the first one, and then I have like some other things like for dispersion and stuff, right? Like snapshot and smooth ride. So I just ran this to make sure I wasn't going to get spotted, so I was able to sit here for a while. But I'm running it with vents, V-stab, and rammer, and I don't know if I'm really going to play this vehicle that much, but I figured I would just kind of showcase it for you guys. We're able to get a shot here into the M4A1, and I wanted to try it out. And we mastered it. We got a mastery on our first game. It was like a freaking 8K W8 game or whatever. We did like over 2,000 damage. 5 kills, and I just kind of camped in this area for a while, stayed alive, and had not so great enemy players push into me and that kind of thing. But that's what you can kind of expect at tier 5 and tier 6, right? I never brag at these tiers. I try never to brag in this game, right? But like, especially at this tier, guys, like, you're gonna have newer players, so like, if you're really padding your stats at tier 5, like, good for you, hip hip hooray, but realize that like, you're likely playing against a lot of average or newer players, right? So just keep that in mind. But anyway, we're poking up here. We're able to get a spot on the T67 and Cromwell. We're giving the team decent information, getting some spotting damage on the T1 Heavy as well. As we're spotting him, we're just spotting like the very edge of his tank, I guess, or whatever. And yeah, the fact that this was a tier 5-6 game also helps. Like, it's weird seeing myself all the way at the top here because I play a lot of lights, and lights are like never the top tank. Just because, I don't know, it's like the way it's sorted or whatever. But I'm going to pull back, try and help the AMX here, and you're going to see like how quickly this tank shoots. I try and side scrape with this thing a little bit. It definitely cannot side scrape. Like, I would not recommend trying to like side scrape. I was trying it just to see like maybe if I can get it to work, but I just don't think it's made for that, really. It's like a Sherman. This guy tries to push me to M4A1. I'm just quick to snap him there. And also, I don't think this thing does any more ramming damage, but I noticed that it has like these spikes in the front, which made me really want to try and ram someone. And I think we do end up ramming someone at the end, like one of the light tanks or something like that. So I don't know if this thing does extra ramming damage or what, but like, it seemed like it did. Like, I rammed someone really hard, man, at the end of this game, I'm pretty sure. So we'll wait and see that. But yeah, overall, like, I'm not super impressed. This is nothing OP, but like, I just really like tanks that have good DPM and or good dispersion. I'm pretty sure the dispersion on this thing is just average. But I really enjoy the DPM, and overall the tank is pretty freaking snappy with the gun as well. It just feels like a really good medium. The traverse is really fast. I didn't think this T67 would be camping me, by the way, but like our T3485M, man, I swear this guy was like a bot. He just stayed here the whole game, and I'm like, dude, please help me, man. But luckily the Artie is making up for it, and they're just absolutely spanking the T1 Heavy and stuff. So I'm just staying right here, making sure that the T67 doesn't poke up again. I'm permalit here because, Cromwell and T1 Heavy are here, so obviously the T67 is going to know that. He probably won't poke up because he can see me angling at him, but I'm just going to stay here anyway regardless because the Cromwell is still getting spanked by Artie, and now the T3485 is actually poking out and kind of helping. I just wish he was a little more observant like earlier on, but again, Artie is really helping us out here, and now the T1 Heavy is going to start pushing up, and I think what I'm going to do is start going after the T1 Heavy. I wanted to check to see if the T67 was going to poke again. It'd probably be a bad idea, but he ends up down here, and watch how quick I'm able to hit this guy. Hit him once here, and get the very corner of his tank. It kind of misses, but like, that's the way the game works, right? It has this tiny little lag to it. Even if you're good on MS, like we're at 40 MS, right? Milliseconds or whatever. But it's just enough, right? Where it looks like the shell misses, but that's just the game, Like the server, I am actually running server reticle, but it's just the way some of these games work, man. You know, they're just ever so slightly behind, and that shell hit the very edge of his tank there, even though it didn't necessarily look like it, right? But we were able to hit him there, and that's how quick this thing is. It's like 2.5 seconds, and I felt so good that I hit that guy twice there and cleaned him up after he smacked me twice, right? Actually 3 times, but twice there he basically got the better of me, and I'm like, this is payback, right? So now we're going after the AMX ELC. I think we rammed the AMX ELC. I think this is the guy I rammed, maybe. I thought I rammed somebody in this game. No, you know what I think it was? It might have been the Artie at the end. I don't know. We'll find out, guys. But we're able to hit the AMX ELC there, and you can see we smacked him like 3 times, right? So I'm telling you, like, this tank is going to be very good at auto-locking. I feel like the aiming time is really good on it. It's really snappy. It feels similar to like the T100 LT to me, where the aiming time is just so freaking good, you know, and the DPM is so good that like if you catch someone out in the open like this, you will tear them apart. We just literally assaulted that, we violated that Su-100Y, man. I'm telling you, this thing, the DPM is just really good, and it's a fun tank to play in that regard, right? So looking to see if we can get a shot at the very edge of the AMX, you'll see, and we hit it, and like this thing just worked really well this game for me, man. And now we're going to go bully this Su-100Y. He definitely could have came down and hit me here, but I think he just couldn't quite make up his mind, right? So I'm trying to hit this guy on turret here. We hit his gun mantlet there. And now I think he's going to rush me, and then I guess he decides he doesn't want to rush me. I was like, dude, just come and rush me, like you can get a shot into me. But I think he just couldn't make up his mind. And now finally, we're going to go after the FV304 here, and I think we rammed this guy. I could have sworn I rammed somebody in this game. I'm pretty sure it's the FV. So yeah, we're going to come around. I'm going to hit this guy, and we ram him there for full damage. 138. Okay, this Artie is not, you know, that heavy or anything, so we probably should have killed him. But anyway, I promised you guys a ram. There's the ram. I couldn't remember. I thought I did more damage than that, but it is what it is. We're going to get one shot into the M44, and then it's the T3485M coming in at the end, man. Cleans this guy up. Good. He was actually paying some attention. He moved up. Maybe this guy wasn't as bad as I thought he was, but it just looked like he wasn't helping me out at all earlier. But, you know, he did get 2 kills, and there you go, man. I mean, he was pushing in with the team, so hip hip hooray. You know, he's not a bot, you know, but some people are, you know, at this tier. You just have to be prepared for it, right? Like, there are literally bots at this tier, or just players that are just so bad. It's like they're playing on an old laptop or something like that. Like, hey man, like, I'm not going to insult anyone if you have a really, really old laptop and you're just on vacation or something and you're playing on your laptop. Like, hey man, I mean, I guess enjoy yourself, right? Also, we spammed the APCRs. I loaded them and just like forgot that I had them loaded, so I can't make any comments about like the APs and if they're reliable. I think you'd be okay, but this tank, man, like with the APCRs at least, is an absolute freaking monster, right? And I really don't think this thing needs any mobility thing, by the way, so I am running vents in that mobility slot. If you feel like it's too slow for you, run a turbo in that slot, but I don't think it needs it. The tank does traverse. It feels like the tank like traverses really fast to me. And I play a lot of lights, right? So that says something, I think. And then again, V-Stab's always going to help with your quick snapshots, and then rammer. And I think that is how I would run this thing. If I would change anything here, again, like maybe the vents, I really love having V-Stab. Because the reload's already so good, you might be able to put something else for rammer, like if you wanted to run optics as like a scouting setup. But honestly, the view range is not that bad. I think it's like 400 something with no optics. So I think it's a well-balanced tank. Again, not a premium though. Keep that in mind. This is a tier 6, just standard American medium tank, or elite, whatever they call it. You know, it's elite, like, because you just buy it and you don't have to like add anything to it. It just is what it is, right? But it you know, it's not a premium. They just add elite. So like whenever you fully upgrade a tank, it's now elite, like hip hip hooray, man. Anyway, I do have M plates for this one, guys. So I'm just going to show you that real quick, and then I'll let you go. Again, this was a mastery, high caliber we got here, and also the spotter badge. I always forget what that's called. And we got all these badges here as well, these 6 badges. 1604 assists, 6 bots, 2,388 damage, 5 kills, 4 module damage. And here we go right here, 2388, 5 kills, 1,444 base experience, and an incredible game, man. Again, the team we were going against, just not a lot of good players. It is what it is. I expect this at tier 5 and 6, not bragging here at all. Again, like these lower tiers, I feel like I should not. I don't really play lower tiers much at all anymore, to be honest. If I'm playing with my dad, I will. I do kind of want to mark the T50 and stuff, but I usually keep it at tier 7 or up now. Like, I hardly ever even play the Covenanter anymore, to be honest with you guys. I just feel like, I'm stat padding and I'm kind of seal clubbing. So I always try and stay. In fact, I don't even think I've played tier 7 in a while. It's been basically 8, 9, and 10 for a very long time. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's the M plates. Again, this is the M4A3 76W Sherman, and I should just not play this tank anymore. 100% win rate, 2388 damage. Looks beautiful down here, but I will give it another shot. If I have a really good game in it, I will share it with you guys. Catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.